The philosophy of humor in human communication explores the multifaceted role that humor plays in our interactions, relationships, and understanding of the world. Humor is a complex and culturally influenced phenomenon that serves various purposes in communication. Several philosophical perspectives shed light on the role of humor. Relational aesthetics. Some philosophers, influenced by relational aesthetics, view humor as a form of social interaction that shapes and defines relationships. Humor, in this context, becomes a shared experience that binds individuals together. It contributes to the creation of a communal atmosphere and a sense of shared understanding. Incongruity and surprise. Philosophers influenced by incongruity theories of humor, such as Immanuel Kant and Arthur Schopenhauer, emphasize the role of incongruity and surprise in generating laughter. According to this view, humor arises when there is a sudden shift in expectations or a violation of norms, leading to a surprising and incongruous outcome. Release of tension. Sigmund Freud explored the psychological aspects of humor and suggested that jokes and laughter serve as mechanisms for the release of psychological tension. Humor allows individuals to express thoughts and feelings that may be socially unacceptable or repressed in a more acceptable and enjoyable form. Philosophy of language. Linguistic philosophers, such as Ludwig Wittgenstein, have examined the role of language in humor. Wittgenstein suggested that humor often involves language games, where the meaning of words or phrases is manipulated in unexpected ways. The playfulness of language in humor challenges conventional linguistic norms. Philosophy of mind. Philosophers interested in the philosophy of mind explore how humor engages cognitive processes. Thomas Hobbes, for example, proposed that laughter is a response to the sudden realization that a situation is less threatening or serious than initially perceived. This perspective aligns with the idea that humor involves a cognitive shift in perception. Philosophy of emotion. The philosophy of emotion considers how humor influences emotional experiences. Henri Bergson, for instance, argued that laughter arises from a sense of superiority over a character or situation. Humor, in this view, involves an emotional response rooted in a perceived discrepancy between appearance and reality. Social critique. Some philosophers view humor as a tool for social critique. Satirical humor, for example, has been employed to expose and critique societal issues, norms, and power structures. Humor can be a means of questioning authority, challenging established ideas, and promoting social change. Existential philosophy. Existentialist philosophers, such as Jean-Paul Sartre, have explored the role of humor in the face of life's absurdities. Humor, in this context, is seen as a coping mechanism that allows individuals to confront existential uncertainties and find meaning in a seemingly chaotic world. Philosophy of communication ethics. Ethical considerations in humor are addressed by some philosophers who examine the impact of jokes and comedic communication on social harmony, inclusivity, and the potential to reinforce stereotypes or perpetuate harm. The philosophy of communication ethics delves into responsible and ethical uses of humor. Philosophy of aesthetics. Humor is also considered within the realm of aesthetics, where philosophers explore the beauty and value of comedic expression. The philosophy of aesthetics in humor examines how comedic elements contribute to the overall aesthetic experience and the appreciation of humor as an art form. Overall, the philosophy of humor in human communication is a rich and diverse field that encompasses psychological, linguistic, social, and ethical dimensions. It reflects the profound ways in which humor shapes our perceptions, interactions, and understanding of the human experience.